welcome back to my channel. So today we will be talking about the new collaboration that Pat McGrath has, and it's coming up with the Bridgerton. So the Bridgerton is a show on Netflix. I don't think I have ever watched a show before, so after seeing this collection, I'm really excited to watch the show. So here are the pictures from the Pat McGrath's Instagram of this collection. This collection will be coming up on the 26th of December. So I'm still thinking and pondering on whether I want to get this collection, and today we will be talking mainly more on her eyeshadow palette, the 6-pan eyeshadow palette. So she come out with this 6-pan eyeshadow palette that looks so gorgeous. Also, she has a blush palette that looks something like this. I have this in Galactic Sun. This one is from her collection, her holiday collection this year. And since I already have this, I don't think I will be purchasing the other one that is in this upcoming Bridgerton collection, because for that one, I think the blushes in that palette is a bit too dark for me, as well as the highlight. So the highlight in this collection is actually the same one that she already has in this other palette, which I will insert a picture over here and the name of the palette as well. So that highlighter, I think, is a bit dark for my skin tone. It's a bit more of a pinkish hue to it from what I watch on other people's channel and review. So I won't be getting that palette. And as for the two other individual highlighters, I don't think I'll be getting that as well, because I like my highlighter to come together with my blushes, so I can get a look done very quickly without getting individual highlighter or blushes. So now let's quickly talk about her eyeshadow palette. So over here, this one is another picture that I've taken from her video on the close-up look of her eyeshadow palette. So according to the colors over here, I'm going to be dipping into 3 palettes. So I'm going to be dipping into this. This is the Celestial Odyssey palette. I will later on be dipping into my Risque Rose as well as the Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction. So let's talk about the first color over here. So for the top row, I'm going to be dipping into this Celestial Odyssey palette, and the color that I can see that really looks very similar, I think it's this color over here. So this color really looks like the first color that we have in that palette, so I will just quickly swatch it. So of course this is quite a light shade, so I think the color might be very close to this for the Bridgerton palette. And next up, we have this more of a pinkish reddish shade, and this color, I think I will be dipping into this. It might not look exactly the same, but I think roughly it will be this color, or maybe it will be a bit darker in that Bridgerton palette. So this is the shade we are taking from this Celestial Odyssey palette. I must say it's really very pretty. And then for this shade that we have been waiting for, this third shade is actually an Astral shade. So that's the reason I think that this palette is worth it, because mostly for her 6-pan Mothership palettes, she doesn't put any Astral shades inside. But for this palette, it's so special. And the Astral shade, I think it has some blue shift to it. Well, I don't have something like that, so I'll be reaching into my Risque Rose, particularly this color over here. This color over here is actually not an Astral shade, but it has very fine shimmery and glittery particles that really looks like one of of her astral shades, even though this is not her astral shade formula. So we will just be dipping into this because I feel the color really looks quite similar. Just see you shift over here, so nice. This is actually what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I'm using the Risque Rose palette today. So just look at this. Obviously for this shade over here, this is actually called Lavendarium in this Risque Rose palette. This one is actually more of like silvery with a tinge of purple. And the new one in the Bridgerton palette, of course, is more of a bluish hue kind of color according to her Instagram. But this is the closest I can get to. Next up, for the next row, I will be dipping into this color. I think this looks more similar. So this color really looks like the color that we are seeing in the picture. So this one is the Mothership 5. So I'm just going to quickly swatch this color and see how it looks like. So this is a very nice formula from this Mothership 5. And then for the next color we have this shimmery, how would I say, more of a mauvey brownish color. And from the looks of it, I'm going to be dipping back into my Celestial Odyssey. I think it looks like this color over here. It does look a little bit similar. So that's the color we'll be dipping into. It's a very nice shimmery shade, shimmery coppery shade. Just look at how shiny and shimmery it is. And then for the last color, of course, it's a red. And where else can we get our red? That's from the Bronze Seduction. So of course this is an astral shade, and in the Bridgerton palette, of course, that red isn't the astral shade, but we will just be, you know, seeing the color story. So we'll be taking this red and get a rough idea on how this palette looks like. So this is the red. So this red actually doesn't look very red. It looks very red in the pan, but you know, when you swatch it, it's actually more of a brownish color. Yeah, so it has red undertones, but it's more of a brownish red, I would say. So this is the color story we have of the Bridgerton palette. What do you guys think? So I'm still contemplating on whether I should get this collection because, well, I believe all of us who collect the Pat McGrath palettes will have most of these colors already in our collection. So I'm still thinking about it, but I really like the astral shade. So we just see how it goes, whether the palette will go out of stock. So that's it for my video today, guys. I hope this video helps you decide on whether you want to get this collection, but I think you need to work fast because this palette will really sell out very fast. So thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys again in the next one. Bye guys.